say something that's not on here, then I just use this.
Not on there, but like, so let's use maybe George accident, and the question has already been asked, like already, and has already had an
All rise. Let's start one time so that we can letter for All rise. The Court of Lancaster County is now in session. Honorable Judge P.C. presiding. You may be seated. Today's case is Philip Malloy versus the Harrison School District.
Yes.
Yes, Your Honor.
Your Honor, may I present an opening statement?
Your Honor, please. Your Honor, member of the jury, my name is Cruz Lindsay. My client, Philip Malloy, was suspended for quietly humming the national anthem in Miss Margaret Harlan's classroom at Harrison High. You will hear how teachers and other educational leaders abused their power and violated Philip Malloy's First Amendment rights. The facts of this case are straightforward. The evidence will show that Philip Malloy's First Amendment rights were violated by Harrison High School. Tinker v. Decimonis is a historic Supreme Court ruling from 1969 that amended students' rights for freedom of speech or expressions at the schoolhouse gate. The court found that the First Amendment rights apply to the public schools and school officials that cannot censor student unless it disrupts the educational process. Philip did not disrupt the educational process because no one was teaching at the time while he was humming quietly to himself. We all called witnesses that will tell you that Philip's First Amendment rights were violated by Harrison High. At the end of this trial, on behalf of my client, Philip Malloy, we ask you to find the defendant, Harrison High, guilty of violating Philip Malloy's First Amendment rights.
The defense may present their opening statement. Alexi?
Your Honor, members of the jury, my name is Alexis Gonzalez Fawcett, and we are representing Harrison School District. In this case, we intend to prove that Philip Malloy's First Amendment rights were not violated. Philip Malloy's First Amendment rights were not violated because you can have freedom of speech, but you cannot say whatever you want. Also, you have no right to say anything you want, but the right to participate. Also, rights are only good if used properly, and if misused, penalties can occur. Philip Malloy was given 2 warnings before he got suspended. Also was given the opportunity to apologize, but he did not want to apologize. So he got suspended. Also, they were given a student handbook at the beginning of the year, so they were aware of the rules. In the morning, they were asked everyone to stand in respectful silence while the national anthem is playing. Philip Malloy was not doing so. Also, school's decision is based off student body, not just one student, because it would be not fair to the rest of them.
The plaintiff may call their first witness.
Your Honor, I call Philip Malloy to the stand. You have to stand.
Do you swear to tell the truth and nothing but the truth?
Yeah.
Okay.
I sit down. Please say your full name.
Philip Malloy.
Were you in school on March 28th?
Yes.
Who was your teacher?
Miss Narwin.
How was your relationship with Miss Narwin?
She never really liked me from the beginning.
What events happened on March 28th, the 29th, and the 30th?
I was suspended for humming quietly.
What inspired you to hum along to the national anthem?
Mr. Lunzer inspired me by telling me to sing in his homeroom.
Are you a patriotic person?
Yes.
Would you consider yourself a good student?
Yes, I've never gotten in trouble once before.
Have you ever been sent to the office?
No, not once before.
No further questions, Your Honor.
The defense may call their first the defense may cross-examine.
Do I have to restate a question?
No questions, Your Honor.
Yes.
The plaintiff may call, you may be dismissed. The plaintiff may call another witness to the stand.
Your Honor, we call Miss Malloy to the stand. Please state your name.
Susan Malloy.
What is your relationship to Philip Malloy?
I'm his mother.
Are you patriotic?
Yes.
What kind of parent are you?
Loving and supporting.
Are you supportive of Philip in everything he chooses to do?
Yes, we encouraged him to always stand up for what is right.
Did you get a phone call from Harrison High School?
Yes.
What did they say?
He wasn't easy to talk to and wouldn't tell me.
What was Dr. Doan's initial response to the incident?
He wouldn't tell me what happened. He wouldn't tell me what happened and how he even got in trouble.
That's all, Your Honor.
You may be dismissed. The defense may cross-examine.
No.
The plaintiff may call another witness.
Your Honor. We call Mr. Malloy to the stand.
Please state your name.
Ben Malloy.
What is your relationship to Philip Malloy?
I'm his father.
Do you love this country?
Yeah.
Are you patriotic?
Yeah.
What kind of parent are you?
Supporting, loving, caring.
Do you support Philip in everything he chooses to do?
Yes, we want him to speak up for what is right.
What was your response to Philip when he first told you about Miss Norman kicking him out for humming to the national anthem?
I was upset that Philip was made to feel like he was doing wrong. Harrison High should encourage their students to support our country.
No further questions, Your Honor.
The defense may cross-examine.
No, Your Honor.
None?
No questions.
You may be dismissed. The plaintiff may call another witness to the stand.
Your Honor, I call Ken Barchett to the stand. Please state your full name.
Ken Bachek.
What is your relationship with Philip Malloy?
He's my best friend.
Were you in school on March 28th?
Yes.
Who is your teacher?
Miss Norman.
Describe what took place on March 28th in Ms. Narwin's class.
Philip was humming poems to himself.
Can you describe how Philip's humming impacted the class?
The class didn't do anything until Miss Norman yelled at Philip.
Did Ms. Narwin cause a disturbance during class while the Star Spangled Banner was playing?
Yes, yelling at Philip.
What did the class do while this was going on?
Nothing.
You told Philip you heard him and it was funny. Why did you hear him if he wasn't loud?
My best friend, I can hear his voice from him.
No more questions, Your Honor.
The defense may cross-examine.
No further questions.
You may be dismissed.
Your Honor, we call Mr. Lunzer to the stand. Please state your full name.
Bernard Lundy.
What is your relationship to Philip Malloy?
I'm one of his past homeroom teachers.
Do you consider yourself a patriotic person?
I do.
What do you do during the national anthem?
I encourage all my students to sing along if they really like to.
Are you quiet?
I'm not.
Do you consider yourself a role model teacher?
I do.
As a role model teacher, how did your actions influence students' behavior?
It lets them know that they can bring out who they really are and feel comfortable while they're around me.
You told Philip he will have to sing the Star Spangled Banner. Do you think he would still want to sing after what he had been put through with his past homeroom teacher?
I do not, because he was probably meant to feel like he was not able to speak up.
No more further questions, Your Honor.
The defense may cross-examine.
Yes, Your Honor. You were allowing Philip Malloy to sing in your class, right?
Yes,
And you are aware that they're supposed to be standing silently during the national anthem?
I was.
No further questions.
The plaintiff may call another witness to the stand.
Your Honor, we call Ms. Stewart to the stand.
Miss Stewart.
State your full name. State your full name.
Jennifer Stewart.
What is your relationship to the plaintiff?
I'm a reporter for the Manchester Record.
What do you know what happened between Philip and Harrison High?
Philip Malloy was suspended for simply humming the Star Spangled Banner.
What did Albert Seymour say about the rule of singing the national anthem in school?
He told me there was no such rule that forbids Philip from singing.
Why did you write a story on this?
so that everybody could hear the news about how Philip was suspended for humming.
How did Dr. Plenty respond to you?
He didn't tell me much, and he's not a very good listener.
How did Dr. Dome respond to you?
She didn't tell me much either.
How did Peg Nowen respond?
She told me it wasn't her place to be answering any of my questions, and I should go to somebody else.
What kind of boy is Philip Malloy?
I think he's a very good boy, and he's very patriotic.
No further questions, Your Honor.
The defense may cross-examine.
No, Your Honor. Why you say no? No.
You may be dismissed. The plaintiff may call another witness to the stand.
Your Honor, we would like to call Plenty to the stand.
Yes.
Is there a rule that forbids you from singing the national anthem?
Yes.
You told Philip that it was against the rules to sing.
Yeah.
Philip said, "How can you ask someone not to sing the Star Spangled Banner?" You replied, "It's the rule."
It's not the rule to sing, but to stand quietly while it's playing.
Why do you suspend Philip when Mrs. Narwin was against it?
We- Because he had two options, and then he chose one to suspend himself.
You
against
told
it.
Philip he was breaking the rule for singing, not causing a disturbance.
It was causing a disturbance because he wasn't staying quiet while it was playing.
How was he causing a disturbance? He told you in your office that he was not causing a disturbance, that he was singing to himself.
He wasn't. Miss Narwin and a few other students heard him singing, so it was causing disturbance while it was playing.
Did Philip explain to you that he was being patriotic?
Yes, he was trying to be patriotic.
Why would you hold that against him?
Objection.
Object-
How are you objecting?
Opinion.
Can you say it in a different way?
Can you ask that?
Okay. Did you?
Ask that so it's not.
Did you hold it against him?
Objection.
No. Objection.
Did you?
He said objection.
Is that an opinion?
Did you hold that against him?
Okay. No.
Please make him answer.
Overruled.
Did you give Philip the option to apologize to Miss Narwin?
Yes, that and then just suspend himself.
Is that part of the rules? Students can't have 2 infractions in 1 week and just apologize, then the rules don't matter anymore?
I was gonna let him apologize because I was feeling nice at him.
Okay. Is that part of the rules? Students can have 2 infractions in 1 week and just apologize, and the rules don't matter anymore?
No.
Wouldn't you be breaking the rule too?
Yes.
When you interviewed Philip, were you even listening to him?
Yes.
When Philip was trying to talk to you, did you give him the chance to speak?
Yes.
What was an important issue?
Because he was disturbing the class.
You told Philip you had more important things to do with your time.
Yes, that's why I sent him back to
Do you think
class
this
the first time.
Do you think this could have been settled differently if you just heard him out?
Yes.
When you spoke to Mrs. Malloy, did you give her a chance to speak?
Yes.
Were you respectful to her?
Yes.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Aiden, sit down.
She has to dismiss you.
The defense may cross-examine.
Yes, Your Honor. You gave Philip Malloy two decisions, right?
Yes.
What were they?
One to apologize and go back to class, and then the R one was suspend himself.
Which one did he choose?
To suspend himself.
No further questions.
You may be dismissed. The plaintiff may call another witness to the stand.
We're just gonna cross-examine now.
The defense may call their first witness to the stand.
What's my class exam? So I just asked him,
From this side?
Yes, we're just going to cross-examine.
so I asked Cynthia these questions.
No.
So, I said the good one too. I said these two.
Don't say the
We do have the questions, but we're going to ask others because we asked
So this is my class exam?
that he asked you, and then they went back and asked if you could
And what's this for? Kenzie, what's this for? Kenzie, what's this for?
If you guys want to.
get away, get
What's
away.
this for? What's this for then? What's this for then? What's this? So do I ask these two?
Wait, let me try to.
A brief recess.
Ask these questions in school.
I know who to call. I asked him. I mean, asked.
If you, Christoph, Nance is asking you, yeah.
Bet.
You could say like,
No, that's just not.
Don't do this now, we're really serious. We're trying to earn, our right to call people
you
up.
do if they
because
say,
Remember when it
if they were saying that.
behavior very bad?
Are we really? So,
No, that's fine, I wasn't talking about that, I was saying, we were getting to you right now.
I don't believe them.
Yeah, so all I'm saying is that.
And now he's gonna try lying again.
There. Call our witnesses up.
Is that a bruise? No.
I just switch quiz. Matt, can I ask?
Oh, I thought it was Henderson.
So I can hear. what you say was what you say to this.
Oh, I thought it was Henderson High School. So if you're the first, I'll give you a so they say that. So what were the students saying? I'm just joking. You say. And after that, you say, excuse me.
So Mason.
Anyway, go for a question.
Well, you
So,
say,
so
if
don't-
they say that.
So do I wait? So just don't like this. Just don't say that.
So if they, on this one, say that they weren't paying attention, then you say that. If they don't, then you just no one says. Then no one.
So Miss Cook. Miss Cook. Miss Cook. Can I switch crease spots?
That's my room.
Everyone always says that I love
Court is back in session.
Further witnesses. Right now?
The defense may call their first witness to the stand.
We'd like to call Philip Malloy to the stand. We'd like to call Philip Malloy to the stand.
After they're done. So we just.
Philip, were you able to run track?
No,
Can you explain why for us?
because Miss Narwin didn't really like me, and yeah.
Objection.
You can object. Shut up. And how do you feel about your English class? Can you explain why you were humming?
I don't really like my English class because of Miss Narwin, but I was coming because I'm patriotic.
Can you tell us the expectations for the morning announcement?
To be quiet,
And were you standing quietly?
I was humming quietly. I wasn't bothering anybody else.
No further questions.
The plaintiff may cross-examine.
No questions, Your Honor.
He may be dismissed. The defense may call another witness to the stand.
We would like to call Margaret Narwin to the stand. Ms. Narn, how do you feel about Philip?
He's a good kid.
How do you feel about the suspension?
Not quite.
And what is your job?
I'm a homeroom teacher. English teacher.
And was Philip Malloy disrupting your class?
Yes.
No further questions.
The plaintiff may cross-examine.
teaching?
Yes.
How long have you been teaching?
I don't know.
Objection, non-responsive.
Is your love of teaching drifting away because you're tired? You said teaching is exhausting.
It is, once in a while.
Did you apply for a grant for a class?
No.
Did you get the funds for the class? How did you feel about not receiving
Objection.
Give it back.
No.
What objection?
Opinion.
That's not an
Wait. It's not an opinion because
Keep on asking. Re-ask that.
Did you get the funds for the class?
Oh. Yes.
Can you please tell her the answer? Tell her to answer the question.
Overruled.
No, you need to tell her the answer. Right?
Did you get the funds for the class?
Yes, I did. No. I don't know.
How did you feel about not receiving the funds? Did that upset you?
Yes.
Is that why you were upset in class?
No.
Did you take your frustrations out on your class? Do you feel out of touch with your students? What do you think of your students? You said they have no desire for
Objection.
learning.
Give it to Jay. If you lick it, I will punch you. Give it to Jay.
You said they have no desire for learning.
Objection. Leading question.
Sustained.
Say it in a different way. Say it in a different way.
Wait, aren't those all?
You said the students have no desire for learning. Is that true?
No.
Isn't it true you said Philip is a good student? Do you like Philip?
Yes.
You sarcastically say he is special.
Huh? Give it to Jay.
Do you like Philip?
Yes.
You sarcastically say he is special. Did something trigger you March 28th that caused you to be short with Philip?
No.
Does singing bother you?
Yes.
Was Philip singing?
No. Give it to Jay.
Did you limit his freedom of speech by telling him he couldn't have?
Pay attention.
Can you tell her to behave on the stand?
Please behave on the stand.
Continue. Did you limit his freedom of speech by telling him he couldn't hum the national anthem?
Yeah.
Do you consider yourself a loving teacher?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you judge your students? You mentioned Philip was troubled and there must be something going on in his life. You also mentioned he has no desire to learn. Is that what a loving teacher would do? No. Why didn't you pull him aside and talk to him instead of publicly humiliating him? Was Philip interrupting a school lesson?
Yes.
No further questions, Your Honor.
There was no lesson.
Oh.
No one wrote that down. No, because I didn't know she was going to say that. Because she wasn't supposed to say that. Because there was no lesson. And when she said it, she just said, it's okay, it's okay.
The defense may call another witness to the stand.
We'd like to call Mr. Seymour. Mr. Seymour, did you make the rule about standing quietly during the national anthem?
Yes.
Did you say Philip Malloy can sing the national anthem?
What?
Did you say that Philip Malloy could sing? Did you say Philip Malloy can sing the national anthem?
No.
But he was disrespectfully humming.
Yeah.
No further questions.
The plaintiff may cross-examine.
State your full name.
Albert Seymour.
What is your relationship to Philip Malloy?
I don't know him.
Is there a rule that forbids you from singing the national anthem?
Yes.
Are students encouraged to sing hum along with the national anthem?
No.
Did Philip hum along with the national anthem in his other classes?
I don't know.
Is Miss Nyman a good teacher?
Yes.
Why did you make her resign?
I don't know.
No further questions, Your Honor.
You may be dismissed. The defense may call another witness to the stand.
We'd like to call Alison Dorsett to the stand. State your relationship to Philip Malloy.
I'm Allison Dorsett, and I'm his friend.
How do you know Philip?
From class.
And were you able to hear Philip Malloy when he was humming?
A little bit.
So would you say he was being disruptive?
Yeah, because he was supposed to be quiet, but then he wasn't being quiet.
Was Philip Malloy able to run track?
No, because he did do his assignment of called wild.
And was he taking his homework seriously?
No.
No further questions.
Objection. Opinion.
Sustained.
Withdraw. No further questions.
You may be dismissed. Oh wait. The plaintiff may cross-examine.
What do you think of Miss Norman?
She's a nice teacher.
Is it true that Miss Norman's your favorite teacher?
Yeah.
Were you defending Miss Norman?
I don't know. I barely even know these answers that you're asking.
What do you think of Philip Malloy?
A good friend.
What did you tell Philip Malloy on April 3rd?
I don't know, I forgot.
Were you saying Philip is a bad person because you like Miss Norman?
No, where did you even get that idea?
No more further questions, Your Honor.
You may be dismissed. The defense may call another witness to the stand.
We'd like to call Cynthia Gambier to the stand. How do you know Philip Malloy?
He's in my class.
And was he humming loud? Do you think he was being disrespectful?
Not the first time, but after the first time, he's just been too obnoxious about it.
And were you able to hear him humming?
Yes.
No further questions.
I just want to make it really clear that if we are struggling with our peers in the back, which is, I'm talking to my side right now, we were really clear at the beginning that those are behavior expectations, that we're going to hold ourselves to the courtroom environment. And I just want to make it really clear that we don't have any more second chances. If we can't handle it, we will simply have our lawyer stand up and say we forfeit and we will go back, because we're going to treat the courtroom with respect, right? And we're not right now. So if you're having a struggle with your peer, you got to stop, okay? Thank you.
The plaintiff may cross-examine.
Were you in school on March 28th?
Yes.
Is Miss Nolan your teacher?
Yes.
Are you in Philip's class?
Yep.
Was Philip being loud?
Yes.
If Philip was being loud, don't you think you would have heard and paid attention?
I did.
Was Philip creating a disturbance in class by humming?
Yes, because he was just being obnoxious after they told him to stop.
You said it wasn't loud or anything.
That's his opinion.
Was Philip being a disturbance in the classroom?
Yes.
Objection.
Do you remember on April?
Asking the same question.
Do you remember on April 2nd, Dr. Dunn questioned you and asked if Philip was causing a disturbance and you replied, I sort of heard him. It wasn't loud or anything.
Wait, what's going on?
Okay.
I
It's
called
really
him
hard
up.
to hear. I think it's just hard to hear because the microphones are differently. We tried to call an objection a little bit, and the judge was trying to rule on it. The one because it was the ask and answer.
Oh,
And Casey was trying to get in there so she can say, to get the thing. So, go ahead. So, you said
Asked and
object-
answered.
Asked and answered, and you said
Sustained.
sustained. It was just about the stuff,
okay,
yeah,
continue.
yeah, it
But
is-
talk loud, please.
Do you remember on April 2nd, Dr. Doan questioned you and asked if Philip was causing a disturbance, and you replied, I sort of heard him. It wasn't loud or anything.
That was the first time.
Was Philip humming or singing?
He was humming at first, but then after that, he just started getting louder and louder.
You started that. I'm not sure. It could have been it wasn't paying attention. Oh, causing a attention.
You said you stated that. I'm not sure.
It,
I wasn't paying attention. Tell her you said that you weren't paying attention.
yeah, but you weren't paying attention.
That was the first time.
If you weren't paying attention, then why are you saying he was creating a disturbance?
Like I said, the first time I didn't pay attention really, but the second time I started paying more attention.
So he asked on April 2nd. That was after 3 times. Say this was. Just continue.
What were the students doing while Philip was humming?
So I were just watching and listening.
And you see that.
You started that nothing. I didn't think they knew anything was going to happen if they did what they would have wanted.
That was my first response the first time.
Say you only questioned once.
You only questioned once.
Yeah, I did only question once. That was further.
Did you hear her?
Did you hear her?
Oh, no. I didn't hear you.
So you only questioned once.
You only questioned once.
Yeah, I was questioned once, but I also was paying attention after I got questioned. And then it started becoming a big deal after that.
Can I just say, why didn't you pay attention in the first? Can I just say that? Why did she pay attention in the first place?
No, she should have said that in the thing room.
So it's all good.
What?
So it feels like, so she just asked different questions. I think her asking different. I think that's.
So she's just answering the same thing on every question.
Yeah, because she thinks there's. Yeah, so I think, yeah, so she understands that like the first time he wasn't being there allowed, she said that it really did bother him every time the second time.
Okay,
So
we
then
don't,
we just keep hitting, I think we just keep hitting trouble circles and we're saying, I think we're asking.
we don't need to ask anymore because it's not. Yeah. It's not. Okay, just say no further questions.
No further questions, Your Honor.
The defense may call another witness to the stand.
No further witnesses.
You didn't say no further either.
No further either, Your Honor. The plaintiff may present their closing statement. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen of the jury. My name is Mackenzie Williams, and I am a prosecutor in this case, Philip Malloy versus Harrison High. In the opening statement, it was mentioned that witnesses would testify as to Harrison High School's guilt of violating Philip Malloy's First Amendment rights. Each witness testified as explained, and we have established the following facts beyond a reasonable doubt. That on the March 28th through the 30th, Philip quietly hummed along with the national anthem, and no students were disrupted by the humming, and no educational processes were disrupted. Stated in like Tinker vs. Des Moines, students do not shed their constitutional rights to freedom of speech or expression at the schoolhouse gate. Also, if there wasn't a lesson in Ms. Narwin's class going on, wouldn't that mean Ms. Narwin was being disruptive? We ask that you reject the defense theories of the case that Philip was being disrespectful by humming along to our nation's song. The national anthem, his right as an American citizen, Philip did not sing in a raucous, disrespectful manner. He simply hummed quietly. The school district and the employees were not consistent with their stories and constantly changed the rules in the school, which is confusing not just adults but children as well. We have a reason to lie. The school budget was rejected a month ago, and they are trying to make the voters vote for a new budget for the school. This incident would look bad to everyone that votes.
The defense may present their closing statement.
Yes, sir.
Today, ladies and gentlemen, we have proved that Philip Malloy was being disruptive. He was suspended for humming during the national anthem and being sent to the office more than twice. He also had the choice to say sorry and not be suspended, but Philip chose to be suspended. Another reason he wanted to be suspended is because he had a bad grade in his English class and he wanted to do track, but he wasn't eligible, so he decided to get suspended. Therefore, jury Harrison School District should not be guilty.
Does the plaintiff rest their case?
Yes.
Does the defense rest their case?
Yes.
The jury may make their decision.
We're going to do a short recess, like deliberate, and say, so go, 10-minute recess? Or no, 5 minutes? Do you think 5 minutes is enough? Okay, 5 minutes recess.
5-minute recess.
Okay, so everyone's got to be back in their seat in 5 minutes. If you use the bathroom, now's a good time. Okay. I'm gonna help. I'm gonna make sure the jury is quiet.
All these papers, can I put all the papers?
I added a whole bunch of notes.
What I'm trying to, the point I'm trying to make is that when we talk over our own title arguments, nobody takes it serious, right? We can't talk while our closing statement's going. I know, it's all of that shouldn't be happening.
Yeah, it shouldn't.
Sit quietly for a minute and a half.
I bring this back, I'll be right back.
No, we're just gonna take, it's only a recess before they say deliberate. Okay. Court's not out. We just have a 5-minute recess while the jury's deliberating, right? Deliberating. Yeah, it's a good time for that.
She sucks.
Leave the mic alone.
This is cool.
So after this, is it just?
We got one more round. The jury is deliberating, and when they come back out, the judge.
Are they gonna? People are still gonna be talking over here?
The jury's gonna come in and stand there. It'll be fast. It'll be 2 seconds, so they all have to come back to the jury.
I'm just wondering if anything's gonna be mic'd up over here still.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much for doing this.
No problem.
It's super. It gives it that edge of seriousness that we need. Thank you. You gave them a 5-minute recess, and I feel like they, as adults, you can always tell them. Porter, are you tampering with the jury? No. Then I would have a seat. No, I want you to be. Okay. All right. We gotta head back to our seats because we're losing it a little here. We got one more step. Back to our seats we go. Let's do it. Okay. Ow! Okay. All right, head back to your seats. Okay. And then, if this is a really formal court environment where we had maybe like more practice in like as a dress rehearsal. Oh, excuse me, we are all listening. We're back in trial mode. Okay, we shouldn't be eating at the judge's table. Okay, that's all, or at the jury table. This is all not appropriate. Thank you. Okay, so normally what would happen is that the judge would come back in, we would all stand up again because it's very formal when a judge enters the courtroom. So let's pretend the judge has walked back in, so you can walk to your seat to call the court back into session. Okay, so we all stand up. Okay, and then when the judge is going to sit down and call the court back into session, and we all sit down as the judge sits.
The court is back in session.
Okay, and then the jury comes in. Okay, and you ask the jury to give their verdict.
The jury could give their verdict?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
We, the jury, find Harrison High School guilty of suspending Philip Malroy. What's up? Oh yeah, and for violating his First Amendment rights.
The court rules in favor of the plaintiff.